early years, when we were asked what we wanted to be when we grew up, we often gave answers that were extreme, but still our little minds were adamant on the idea that it could be done. You see, we grew up being told that we could do anything or be anything. But why, as we grow older, do we slowly start to stray away from that belief? It's because of the power of the tongue. Now imagine a small boy in a small town with a small family, but with a dream to be big. For example, this small little boy, having never played a contact sport in his life, decided that he wanted to play in the NFL. You see, the NFL consists of some of the biggest, strongest, toughest men around, but it didn't matter to the boy. As he grew older, he was still shorter than most of the girls in his grade and skinny as could be, but it didn't matter to him because he believed in something that he had deep inside of him. This little boy's first opportunity to play football came just before middle school, and he was the smallest kid in the league. People told the boy that he was too short, too small, and too weak. This story leads us to the Rotary four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And finally, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Know what the four-way test means to me is actually quite simple. It means that in everything that I think, that I say, and that I do, I am responsible and to be held accountable for the impact, positive or negative, that it has on the lives of those around me. Now let's return to the story and begin to analyze it with the four-way test. Now this same little boy was always called out for his size, and sometimes he really did get to it. Sometimes he would go home and try to stretch to get taller. Sometimes he sat in his room curling his 5-pound dumbbell trying to get bigger arms. Sometimes, though, he just sat and cried about the situation. You see, the words that had been spoken to the boy had crippled him mentally, and sometimes it made him want to give up on his dream. Part 1 of the test says, is it the truth? Now, was it true that the little boy was small? Well, yes, it was. But was it truly what he needed to hear? No, not at all. You see, the truth that the boy had not yet discovered was that in this life there exists no thought, no word, or no action that has any power over our ability, our right to achieve our goals. The next part of the test says, is it fair to all concerned? Nothing that was said or done to the boy was fair to him in any way. There was nothing he could say about it or do about it, and the more he began to hear it, the more he began to believe it. Next, will it build goodwill and better friendships? You see, a negative comment stays within one's mind for a long time. Nothing about it brings about goodwill or better friendships. Finally, will it be beneficial to all concerned? In contrast to a negative comment, a word of affirmation can help somebody overcome all negativity. Over time, positive comments from positive people helped the boy. In high school, he began to excel at whatever he put his mind to. The boy grew bigger and he grew stronger, but he had learned that size was not what mattered. It was the mind that counted. Although the story was just an example of one boy, it applies to so many more people, and it's not just about athletics. The kid in the story was me. I was never the tallest, I was never the biggest, and I was never the strongest. But I did have something deep inside me that kept me going. Now as I conclude, I leave you with this. There is power in every word spoken and in every action taken, and it will impact people, either for good or for bad. One word of encouragement can change someone's life.